Welcome to another episode of Dinner Starts Here. We are in the Holland Marsh today, right between Toronto and Barrie, with Jason from Cairn Farms. Thanks for having us, Jason.
Oh, thanks for coming.
So Cairn Farms, what is it? What do you grow here?
So Cairn Farms, we're a third-generation Holland Marsh family vegetable farm. We grow carrots, onions, and beets. Those are our three main crops that we grow. We do a little bit of stuff on the side, but really that's what we're about. We run about 250 acres of vegetables. We have two packing facilities where we pack onions, carrots, and beets. So that's really what we do on a large scale, and a lot of that is going to retail, to your food service customers, to your retail stores, and to the food terminal as well.
And you said family, so this is a family farm? It's you and the family doing it?
Yeah, I have my sister that runs our Harvest Share Food Box program. I have another sister that does accounting for us. My dad still comes out of retirement once in a while when I need a hand, but my dad and uncle ran the farm prior to myself, and then my grandfather prior to them. Actually, my grandfather and his brothers. They first started in Chatham, Ontario in the 1920s, started here in 1934 in the Marsh, and we're really pioneers to this side of the marsh, really developing the land, draining the swamps, getting the stumps out, and really turning it into tillable land for vegetables.
Now, you said your sister does the food box program, and that is, what you've got right here, actually. What is your food box program?
We thought one of our ways to be able to help explain to people and have people understand what we do in agriculture today was to actually have them come to the farm or deliver to their house fresh Ontario produce. So, it was a great way for my sister to get involved in the farm, and she runs the program. We have between 400 and 500 families every season that are on the fruit and vegetable program, and everything that's in the box is picked fresh. It is from Ontario farmers. So it's not everything that we grow on our farm. We contribute to the box, but we work with our neighbors. There's farms that grow, romaine lettuce, red leaf lettuce, spinach, those kind of crops. They're really a professional at growing those kind of crops. We work with them, and they supply our box. There's people who grow cauliflower, broccoli, cabbage. We work with them, and they come and supply to our box. So when people are supporting this food box program, they're not supporting one farm, they're supporting a multitude of Ontario farms. And we set that model up there so people can really understand how their food is grown and who's growing it. A lot of our customers will say, we feel guilty for throwing anything away. We actually eat more, and we're actually eating healthier because we're getting it directly from the farmer, not because we wouldn't buy the stuff in the store, but we feel guilty if we'd throw it away or waste it.
Yeah.
And we're also putting things in here that people might not traditionally buy.
Cool. Now, you said some of your product you're supplying into the food box program.
Sure.
But with 250 acres, you've got a lot of extra carrots and onions and beets.
Yeah.
Where else do your products go?
So we'll go down to the Ontario Food Terminal every day. We'll be shipping carrots, onions, beets, heirloom carrots. We'll ship that every day. So out of our packing facilities, we'll package them up, we'll put them on skids, put them on transport trucks, and directly deliver to Toronto. We do food service. So companies that take our food, prep it for restaurants. Whether they cut it up, cut carrots into coins, cut carrots into sticks, make pre-made salads. So we'll deliver some of our stuff to food service. We also work with Sobeys. So we'll package our carrots, onions, and you go to Sobeys and you see a 3-pound bag of carrots or a 3-pound bag of onions. Look for the Cairn Farms brand. You know what we're doing and what we're all about. When it comes, you can go to our website to learn more about us.
We found some of your onions, but I always thought onions grew in the ground, not just laying on top. What's the deal with this field?
Okay, so what we have here, these onions are getting ready to be harvested. So they were growing in the field, the roots were down in there, taking all the nutrients from the soil, turning into a beautiful onion. What happened now is we actually went in with a lifter, and the lifter just lifts the onions off or out of the ground, and so we're putting them in what we call windrows. So you can feel the wind that's coming out right now, so this is actually helping dry the onions. And so when you come and look at an onion, normally this is a big, healthy green leaf. You know, what we want this is to die down, cure down. We want this neck to be real soft, and we want this to get real tight. That's why we can have onions, local food onions, almost year-round here, because they cure. So if once we harvest them, they're going to sit in boxes in the field to even cure some more. Once we take, you know, the top will come off like this, and then this will dry right up, and then that'll seal that onion right in there, and then that's how they can stay long. So right now we're just trying to dry this up, and that's why they're in windrows. So you can see this one still has some of the green coming. You can see it's coming out, but you know, that's got to get a little smaller. And then when we harvest it, it goes over a topper bed, which will actually just pull the top right off, and that's why you don't have these tops on in the store as well.
So you're using kind of, you know, Mother Nature here to basically be able to store your crop right until you're ready to harvest next year almost.
Pretty much, yeah. So yeah, hey, Mother Nature gives and Mother Nature takes away, and sometimes we complain about the weather, but we also have to praise what the weather does and being able to utilize it for what we do. I mean, the sun, the rain, the soil, all of that gives us the ability to do what we do as farmers, to produce food.
So then you're just going to come in with another machine and it'll pick it all up and put it into trucks
for you? Right over there is a harvester, and so that harvester is going to come pick it up in these rows. It's going to go through the topper bed, the conveyor process, and it's going to fill the wooden crates. Then those wooden crates go back to the barn, back to the packing house, and we store them there, and that's where we package them, and then the packages go to all Ontario residents and some to export down the eastern seaboard as well. So these are heirloom carrots. They got a long way to go. They got a long way to fill up on the tips. But you can see the multicolors here. We have purple, red, orange, yellow. There's white carrots as well that are intermixed here. And this is something we've been doing for a number of years. What's really neat with these carrots, obviously the color. People like to see the color on their plate. Chefs have a lot of fun with this. But it also, there's different nutritional value in the different colors of carrots. So everyone, if you talk to people about blueberries, they're going to say, oh yeah, it's full of antioxidants. It's it's really good. Well, the same antioxidant benefit you get from a blueberry, you can get from a purple carrot as well.
Really?
And antioxidants are directly related to the color of the fruit or vegetable, that it has. So that's why, if you eat multicolored carrots, you're actually going to have a more nutritional value in that plate than you are if you're eating just one color.
So they were starting to do the harvest of the beets, Jason, and one thing I've learned today is that there's more than just the red or purple beets that I always see in the grocery store. You grow more than that.
Yeah, so traditionally, this is the beet that most people are familiar with. It's the red beet or purple beet. And what's interesting in that, you see the dark, beautiful color, and it's great. But if you look real close, you can see some slight rings in it. Because the colors bleed a little bit, you don't see it so much. So, but all beets have those rings in it. We also do a golden beet. This is becoming really popular. It's a little bit more mild, but it still has that nice beet flavor. If you look in here, you can see, well, that's a little bit of the red beet staining that I just cut, but you can see the little rings in the golden beet as well. And you can see those beautiful colors together. What's really nice about that is you roast these, you stop the red beet from bleeding into the other beets. It's the best way to eat a beet is roasting it.
Roast it up.
Oh yeah, carrots.
Just a little salt and pepper, or what?
You can a little rosemary, a little bit olive oil. Just keep it real simple. When you're doing beets, you want to look at 400 degrees, 40 minutes. But check. So that's just depending on what your oven does. Yeah. But it's just kind of around there. The other beet we have here is called the candy stripe beet, and what's really neat.
Look at that.
You can see the red and white stripes. You can really see the distinct stripes. They're in these beets, but because this is candy stripe beet, and I think that's why they call it, because some people call it candy cane beet. Obviously for the red and white stripes, which is really neat. This is a beautiful seller, really around Valentine's Day, Christmas. You got the different colors, but when you cut them in wedges, and if you think about cooking a beet, and just cutting them in wedges, you're going to peel them, and that. But if you have those three colors on a plate together, it's why we also do the heirloom multicolored carrots. It really looks nice and it brings your plate alive. And again, as I said earlier in the field, the nutritional value found in the different colors of produce is very important for all of us to be eating. So if you're going to eat beets, eat a multitude of colors in one serving, you're going to get a better health benefit for it.
Well, I feel healthier already actually talking to you, Jason. Thanks for the tour today and even giving us some new ideas in what we might be able to do at home. Thanks.
Excellent. Well, thanks for coming.